Race. Yeah.
Now work.
Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Greg. Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hardaway. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Here's Butler. Out left to the wing. Pass to Moody. They set the screen. No good from outside. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Duren with a screen on Curry. Here's Cunningham. Duren with it. Butler with a steal. Pass to post. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Harris. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
First free throw is good. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
No good on the second free throw. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And it's Moody penetrating, and the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
2 points. That one goes.
Using his superb court vision, Green is able to routinely find his open teammate.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Draymond Green.
And that decline in assist numbers over the last few years is what has made him more of a one-note player on offense. If he could integrate more passing back into his game, he'd be giving opposing defenses a much harder time.
Duren with a screen on Butler. Thompson passes to Duren. Out to Harris. Hits the trifecta.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his three-point shooting. It helps his team space the floor.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Puts up a three. Drops in the three.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And here's Harris outside. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Harris has got 6 points.
Always ready to fire. Give Harris a good pass. Tobias will get you an assist.
And here's Butler outside. Sends it home from three-point land. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Hardaway, no good. Golden State has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. You look at the Warriors. If the postseason were to start today, they'd be the 7th seed.
Well, I think for the Warriors, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Trailing by 2. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Green in the post. Harris on him for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Pistons have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Hardaway on the wing. Moody defends. And again, no good by Detroit.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Defensive foul. Cade Cunningham. First personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for 1, Moses Moody.
And here's Cunningham. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And now let's pull up the numbers on the point guards with the highest assist averages over the last month. Cade Cunningham on top.
And when you're a point guard, you always want to be in this position, leading the league in assists. You just know his teammates love playing with him.
Duren finds Thompson. Outside Hardaway from behind the arc. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Hardaway's got his 2nd bucket on the night. Outside Butler. Outside Moody. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
That ties the game.
Yeah, developing consistency with the jump shot has been Asar Thompson's #1 priority.
Outside Moody. And here's Curry for 3. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Oh, stolen by Harris. Cunningham outside. They set a pick. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Stan, the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Here's Hield, and Cunningham pulls it down. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Pass to Stewart. And it's Cunningham missing. The Warriors trailing. Drive by Curry. Here's Looney. Baseline jumper. Curry's shot is off. Harris outside. Here's Holland. Picked by Stewart. Pass to Harris. 4 on the clock. Here's the 3. The shot comes out. Golden State has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. And yep, it's good. Butler's got 5.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
Here's Holland. Picked by Stewart. Takes a 3. And Holland good for 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Pass to Santos. Looney, high post. Some solid defense from Stewart.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Holland. Santos pulls it in. Warriors trail by 3. And there's the lob. And Looney with the slam.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Here's Cunningham. Coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Gets the 3 ball to go. He has 6.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. Spencer comes in for Stephen Curry. Fontecchio's checked in for Detroit. Beasley comes in for Harris.
Two minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Payton. Back to Looney. Shot clock at 5. And it's Hield missing. Here's the Pistons with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Kicks it out to Cunningham. There's the 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Looney. Out to Hield. The 3 ball. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Yet no hesitation from the veteran Hield. A dangerous scorer in these catch-and-shoot situations.
Puts it up. Again, the miss by Cunningham.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Moody's checked in for Spencer. Harris is checked in for Detroit. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Cunningham on the wing, guarded by Hield. And here's Harris outside. Knocks it down from distance. Harris has got 9. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Detroit on top. They lead by 2. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Moody is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in a power forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. That one goes in. And the Pistons lead by 4.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Pass to Hield. And there's a pick. No good on the triple.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Holland. Duren, the screen. The 3. Pass to Holland. Here's Beasley. Rebounded by Hield.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Green, a screen. Buddy Hield, that one's good. Hield's got 6.
This is his shot. The defense must chase Hield off that three-point line.
Pass to Duren. Duren with a screen on Butler. Holland for 3. No good. That's his 3rd miss out of 5 attempts.
Started out strong for three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Now Hield, 3-pointer. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Harris. Now here's Beasley. Moody defends. Back to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Moody passes to Butler. Back to Moody. Butler, a screen on Beasley. Moody from outside. Oh, Moody deadly from there. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pass to Holland. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. He's got 9.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Moody from outside. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Beasley. Now here's Duren. Oh, they get a hand on it. Moody with it. Beasley covers. And it's rejected.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
For Detroit, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. And a chance here to check out some stats for Cade Cunningham.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Hardaway, the pass to Cunningham. And here's Beasley. And he lobs it up top.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. Hield passes to Butler. Now here's Green. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Pass to Holland. Duren with a screen on Green. 4 on the clock. Gets stolen by Hield. From 7 feet. And it's Green missing. The Pistons leading. Cunningham passes to Hardaway. The 3. The rebound by Post.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Well, this is where Duren looks to score, and it's why he shoots such a high percentage.
Outside Moody. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. And he's good on the second. Detroit leading by 3. To the wing on the left. Here's Holland. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Detroit shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. They set the pick from outside the arc. The 3 dropped in by Jimmy Butler.
He may not take a lot of threes, but we know Butler is more than capable of knocking them down.
Beasley, that's good.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in. Warriors trail by 5. Back to Butler. Lets it go from deep. And the Warriors miss again. Detroit has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3.
A terrific position defender. Draymond can also challenge shots and protect the rim.
And here's Harris outside. Rebounded by Butler.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Fires the 3. The Pistons clear it. Fontecchio, the pass to Cunningham. Pass to Harris, to the inside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Stewart. Green with the defensive effort. Warriors trail by 5. Butler passes to Green. Here's Butler. And here's Jackson Davis. Pounded by Harris. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Cunningham against Hield. Cunningham passes to Fontecchio. And here's Harris outside. Can't get it to drop.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
A sneaky 6'8". Harris putting his length to use.
That ties it up. Hield's got 6 points in the quarter.
I like this trend. He's hit 2 triples this period, has 3 for the game.
There's Cunningham with a 3. The shot off that time.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The shot by Butler, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Moses Moody up strong for the jam.
More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Harris outside. Uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got 11 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Green finds Hield. Jackson Davis a screen. And the basket by Hield. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Oh, he is feeling it. 3 trifectas here in the second quarter, 4 already for the game.
Beasley pass to Harris. Here's Fontecchio. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Warriors lead by 3. Pass to Butler. Back to Moody. Outside Butler. Butler! He's too much close to the rim.
Well, the defense was all over him, but Butler is not someone who gets rattled.
And here's Beasley. There's the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Three-pointer.
Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Here's Butler, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Simone Fontecchio. And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Schroeder, he's checked in for Cunningham.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Detroit shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Pass to Beasley. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. Beasley's got 10.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
Looney the screen. Santos good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Beasley with a screen on Curry. Pass to Stewart. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Buddy Hield has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. Back to the game after this break.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. Trust me, I know. They should strengthen it.
Wait a minute. I can't get the image of airport toilet paper now out of my head. Chasing guys off the arc would be the first thing I'd recommend. Airport toilet paper?
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, Buddy Hield displaying all his skills today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Setting the floor for the Pistons. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. In transition, here come the Warriors.
Good awareness from Curry. Now he sees a chance for a steal and gets a fast break going.
The Pistons trailing. Pass to Harris. Duren with a screen on Green. For 3, here's Harris.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Outside Moody. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for that.
Cunningham finds Hardaway. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there. Trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Count it. Good. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Here's Harris. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Harris against Butler. Who poked away. Hardaway from outside. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Hardaway, the pass to Duren. 6 to shoot. Back to Hardaway. Banked it in off the glass. Hardaway's got 7.
Yeah, mixing it up inside. And I like when Hardaway Jr. tries his luck close to the rim.
Back to Curry. Pass to Green. There's a screen. And again, no good by Golden State.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jimmy Butler. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these 2 made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Outside Hardaway. Harris outside. Here's the pick. Fires from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
3 points.
He's got 14.
Well, as we see more of Thompson, I think he's going to get better looking for his teammates.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. And the Warriors making a switch here. Santos has checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Thompson. Harris outside. Pass to Holland for the tie. Rebounded by Butler. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. You think of guys who play greater than their stats. Butler has got to be on that list, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the competitive nature of Jimmy Butler is the stuff of legends. Sure, sometimes it can make it tough in certain locker rooms, but coaches love his passion for winning.
Feels like a guy that's built for the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
They set the pick. Hardaway from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hardaway's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Pass to Santos. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles, smartly setting up another guy.
Here's Holland, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Butler, the kick out. Curry, pass to Santos. Here's Moody, off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Hardaway, tightly guarded, and here they come. Here's Butler. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, you gotta appreciate how Butler inspires his teammates. He gives them someone to rally around on the floor.
For the Pistons, Stewart, he's checked in for Harris. Beasley comes in for Hardaway, and it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cunningham. Pass to Duren. Here's Holland. Stewart, right side, shoots from 12, and there it is for him. Stewart's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Stewart hits you with a lot of variety. Very versatile big man with his unique size.
Santos can't get it to go.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Schroeder. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
The shot by Butler, no good. Pistons trail by 6. Here's Holland. 12 points for him. It's Beasley on the wing. Picked by Stewart. Ooh, Beasley has an open look. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Outside Curry, pass to post. 18 feet out, Moody misses.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Duren the screen. Here's Schroeder. And it's good. 2 points. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside Curry. 4-3, Stephen Curry.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Duren. Now Stewart. Now here's Beasley. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Holland for 3. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. Oh, a strong finish from Curry.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
Here's Holland. Now Duren. He has 6. Picked by Stewart. Lets it go from the wing. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to go on Moses Moody.
You know, that was an excellent play right there, using his strength to power through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Pass to Santos. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Harris outside. Healed against Beasley. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. It's a 1-point game.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And the Pistons shooting pretty well at 45%. Harris passes to Beasley. Pass to Stewart. Over Looney. Looney with some nice D.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Beasley misses. The Warriors lead by 5. Curry passes to Hield. Here's Santos. Looney, a screen on Harris. Santos, and the 3 off target.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Schroeder passes to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. It's Beasley on the wing. Over Hield. And again, no good by Detroit. Outside Payton. And that's not gonna go. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, up by 5. And we're coming back in just... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Jimmy Butler out there with Green. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then it's Moody. And it's Santos in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Cunningham against Payton. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Harris. With the floater. It doesn't go for him. The Warriors lead by 7. Here's Payton. Pounded by Harris. Payton passes to Green. Moody on the wing. Beyond the arc. Good. And Butler gets the assist. Moody's got 11 in the second half.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the 3-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
And here's Cunningham outside. Sinks it from distance.
A little back and forth from Cunningham. He's gotten comfortable from 3-point range.
Outside Moody. Shoots a fadeaway. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Cunningham finds Harris. Back to Cunningham. It's Beasley on the wing. There's a screen from the arc. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Yeah, the defense is really struggling to contain Butler. He keeps finding ways to beat them.
And it's Cunningham missing. The Warriors lead by 11. Here's Moody. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Cade Cunningham picks that one up. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Butler against Beasley. Here's Cunningham. It's deflected.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Jimmy buckets locked in.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Beasley outside. There's a screen. And again, no good by Detroit.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Here's Butler. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Butler's got 18 points now here in the second half.
You gotta be impressed with Jimmy's play off pick and roll action. He's so skilled at creating his shot.
Hardaway's shot is good.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Outside Moody. Pass to Santos. Butler with the ball. The rebound by Detroit. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Schroeder. And here's Harris. Cunningham outside. Over Payton. Warriors with the rebound. Moody's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Butler. Shoots over Schroeder. Butler, good. Butler's got 31.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Harris against Green. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And for Harris, it's about getting into a rhythm. Once he does this, he can take over games.
Outside, Green. Here's Butler, and out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. All right, let's see what Detroit has coming up. On Sunday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And you know, for that matchup with the Thunder, it's never easy facing off with the best in the West. But if they somehow can win that one, it'll be huge for their confidence.
Curry, he's checked in for the Warriors. And a switch here also for Detroit. Duran's checked in. And here's Curry for 3. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Cunningham. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Pistons trail by 11. Hardaway, the pass to Cunningham. Duran in the high post. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duran inside. Wow, just wow.
Outside, Green. Pass to Moody. Left side, Curry. Let's go with a 3. Chef Curry cooking it up from the corner.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Hardaway from outside. Santos pulls it in. Santos has got 7 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Now Beasley. Duran with a screen on Butler. Beasley for 3. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Outside Moody. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Cunningham. Another three for Golden State.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Harris finds Cunningham. The baseline J. Again, the Pistons score. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Outside Moody. Butler on the wing. The rebound by Detroit.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Butler against Duran. Beasley outside. Launches it. Rebounded by Green.
The rebounding differential is a major story in this game.
Another three for Golden State.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. The Pistons making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pistons trail by 13. Cunningham passes to Harris. Duran in the post. Here's Cunningham, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Cunningham's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
The three from Curry. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Pass to Hardaway. Fires the three. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got 6 assists here tonight. Butler with the ball. Here's Post. Now here's Green.
What offensive effort from Green. Backing off the shot isn't even a consideration for him.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. Thompson, he's checked in for Schroeder. And both free throws good for Green. Detroit has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth. Pass to Duran.
Yeah, just so active. I love the passion Duran brings to this game. And the skill set, too, is developing.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within single digits.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
Curry passes to Butler. Outside, Green. Pass to Butler. Right side, Curry. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry from deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Pistons.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level.